On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, it's about font-related CSS properties. You can learn about the use cases and how to write properties like font style and font family. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. Please make use of it. Now, let's take a look at the font size property. Font size is a CSS property used to specify the size of text within an element. It is used to adjust the visual importance of text and improve readability. Font size can be specified using various units and methods. If you want to use a fixed size that is independent of the browser or device, specify font sizes in absolute units like pixels or points. Pixels are the most common unit. Specify the size in increments of 1 pixel. Points are units commonly used in printing. 1 point is 1/72 of an inch. You can also specify relative font sizes based on the font size of a parent or root element. This is suitable for responsive design. M is a relative unit based on the font size of the parent element. If the parent's font size is 16px, then 1m equals 16px. Rem is a relative unit based on the font size of the root element, usually the HTML element. Percent is specified as a percentage relative to the font size of the parent element. You can also use keywords to easily specify user-friendly sizes. XX small, extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, XX large. These keywords define basic font sizes that vary by browser but are easy to use. You can specify relative font sizes using keywords in relation to the parent element or surrounding text size. Larger makes the font size larger than that of the parent element. Smaller makes the font size smaller than that of the parent element. In responsive design, M and Rem are often used to specify flexible font sizes based on the size of the parent or root elements. In fixed design or precise design, it is common to use px to fix the size. Font size is an important property for adjusting the visual importance and readability of text. It is important to use units and keywords appropriately according to the design purpose or for flexible responsive design. Next, let's look at the font family property. The font family property can primarily specify the following two types of values. Specific font names. Specify the name of a particular font. Specify fonts that are installed on the system or available as web fonts. Generic font family. Specify a group of fallback fonts to use when a specific font is unavailable. When specifying multiple fonts, it is recommended to separate font names with commas and list a generic font as a fallback at the end. In this case, if Times New Roman is unavailable, Georgia is used, and if neither is available, a serif font is used. Next, let's look at the font weight property. Font weight is a CSS property used to specify the thickness of text. It plays a significant role in the visual emphasis and style of text and is used to change the font style. Font weight can be specified using numbers or keywords to indicate a range of thicknesses from thin to bold. Normal represents the standard font weight. It typically corresponds to 400. Bold represents bold text. It typically corresponds to 700. Bolder represents text that is bolder than its parent element. Lighter represents text that is lighter than its parent element. Font weight can also be specified as a number, ranging from 100 to 900. Smaller numbers result in thinner text, and larger numbers result in bolder text. Usually, font families support a range of specific thicknesses, but not all numbers are available for all fonts. Standard text usually uses 400 inches, normal. For headings or emphasized parts, it is common to use 700 inches, bold. Depending on the design, intermediate weights like 500 or 600 may also be used to avoid overemphasis. Font weight is a property specifying the thickness of text, using keywords like normal or bold or numbers from 100 to 900. Lighter and bolder adjust relatively to the parent element's thickness. Choosing an appropriate font weight based on design and readability is important. Next, let's look at the font style property. Font style is a CSS property used to specify the style of characters, particularly for applying italic or normal styles. This property is often used for text emphasis and design, especially in titles and quotations. Normal is the standard character style, normally upright characters. Italic makes the text italic, slanted. This style can be applied if the font family supports italics. Oblique makes the text slanted. Unlike italic, if the font does not have an italic version, this may artificially slant the text. Specify an angle with oblique to slant the text by the specified angle. This specification is for further customizing oblique. Currently, most browsers do not support angle specification, but some do. Italic is often used for emphasis, quotations, and book titles. Oblique is often used when a font does not include an italic style, as a means to slant text artificially. Normal is used when reverting to a normal text style. Font style is used to control the slant of text, with three main values: normal, italic, and oblique. In design, italics are often used for emphasizing text, and if the font does not support it, oblique can be used to slant the text. Next, let's look at the color property. The color property is a fundamental property in CSS to specify the color of text. It is used to change the text color of HTML elements and can specify colors in various formats. The color red class specifies the text color as red using a keyword. You can specify color names such as red, blue, green, which are defined in CSS. The color hex class specifies colors using hexadecimal color codes. You can specify with 3 digits like #FOO. In this case, #FOO is the same color as #FF0000. The color RGB class specifies colors using the RGB format. RGB specifies the red, green, and blue components within a range from 0 to 255. The color RGBA class uses RGBA format to add transparency. The color HSL class specifies colors using the HSL format. Colors can be specified with hue, saturation, and lightness. Hue is specified from 0 to 360 degrees and saturation and lightness are specified from 0% to 100%. The color HSLA class uses HSLA format to add transparency. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. Thank you for watching. This channel provides practical and useful information about programming. Subscribe to the channel and let's deepen our programming skills together.